Hello everyone. Today I've made a new series called the Game of the World series, where basically every game of the year is going to be put, and I'm going to review each game of the year from 1980 to 2019, and I'm going to put in, and after I'm done reviewing each game, I'm going to put it into a ranking and see if it's the best or the worst. So for 1980, we have Pac-Man, which was an arcade game, and it is basically the staple of video games itself. If Pac-Man isn't at least the second biggest gaming icon, I don't know who is. If you don't know what Pac-Man is, it's pretty simplistic. Basically, you're in some kind of maze, and you're running around trying to not die by ghosts, and you have to eat all the pellets at once in order to make it to the next round. Now, this sounded simplistic enough, but this was 1980, so, this was amazing for its time. It broke. It's a revolutionary game because while it's not one of the first games ever made, it started the trend that was and will be video games. And I'm not going to compare it to other games, but I mean, it is 1980, so I probably should compare some games. I'm only going to compare the first 5 games to other games. But trust me, Pac-Man is really fun, and it's very, ingenuitive for its time. Now, there are some problems with this game. I feel like the gameplay could be roughly stale after a little while. It's not like Mario or Sonic where you could complete the game by doing something different. Like, for Mario, you could try and beat the game without using any single power-up ever. But Pac-Man, you kind of just have to do the same old course to beat it. And yes, guys, I get it. It's a 1980 game. It's supposed to have flaws. Because, it's one of the first games ever made. But, I mean, what else can I do? Can I just say screw it and call it the best game of the year game? I don't think so. Now, the graphics in this game, again, for its time, are pretty amazing. But I do feel that, some of the AI, the ghosts in this game, aren't very great. Like, Clyde, the orange ghost, is not really good. It doesn't really follow you around like the others. None of them do, but at least they're aggressive. Clyde's very slow. But yeah, this is a very stapled game. It's a very iconic game, and while you can get high scores, that's by eating all the ghosts. I did find that very fun. But I think for a game like this, I don't think there's much to talk about when it comes to a game like this, because when you think about it, as fun as this game is, it doesn't really have much to it. And guys, don't get me wrong. I know you're gonna go defensive and say that it's a 1980s game, and that it's not supposed to have much content, and we should be grateful for what it was. And I get that. I totally get that. But for what I'm doing, I kind of think that I shouldn't base it on just that alone. So, this is going to be the first game of my series, and so far, and Pac-Man is looking on the good end, and I know what you all are thinking. Well, since they're Game of the Years, aren't they all going to be good? To me, no. I feel like there are going to be some bad game of the years. I know one particular bad game of the year that I immediately know will be my least favorite game of the year. I'm not saying what it is, but it's going to be pretty far. It's going to be into the last 10 years of this. So like it's going to be through the 2005 to 2019. So that is my review for the game for the Game of the World series. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys when I cover the 1981 Game of the Year.